Vidyarth, so thanks a lot for sharing your selection experience in IIT Kanpur, MS in Geoinformatics. It's a very, very crucial and important department. Thanks a lot for your time, Vidyarth.
So first of all, I would like to thank you for this opportunity because without you, I think it's not even possible. And with my GET score, I could not even think of IIT Kanpur. Sir. Because your guidance and your group, I got IIT Kanpur. I'm so thankful and grateful.
Okay, you're most welcome, Vidyarth, and thanks for your appreciation also. Vidyarth, you are from civil engineering background, and I want you to tell us about you first. Like, when did you graduate? From which college you graduated?
Yeah.
What is your CGPA? What is your GATE score? And what is your category? And then we proceed forward.
Yes. Sir, I've done my graduation, BE graduation from Meenakshi Sundararajan Engineering College, a private college in Chennai, in Tamil Nadu. Okay. I got my CGPA. My CGPA was 8.17 on a scale of 10, and my category is OBC non-creamy layer category, and my GATE score was 511 out of 1,000.
Okay, 511 out of 1,000. So 511 GATE score, and now you are in Geoinformatics IIT Kanpur, right, Vidyarth?
Yes.
So did you think about this when your GATE result was out?
No, not at all, sir. I haven't even imagined that I would get IIT Kanpur. I thought with my GATE score, I could apply for some newer IITs and some NITs, which I could get some basic departments. But IIT Kanpur was I could not explain that experience getting IIT.
So this is a great starting for you, Vidyarth, and IIT Kanpur is a great institute. And since you got into MS, that simply means you will get 6 more months to stay in that institute.
Yes, sir.
And you should make full use of that learning ambience, and make a great career from there, Vidyarth.
Sure.
So now I come to second part, Vidyarth. Like with these credentials, you must have applied in different places.
Yes.
So can you please share with us from where you got the calls with these credentials?
Yeah, okay. Sir, I got called from IIT Guwahati for MTech in rural technology, and from IIT Guwahati again for MS in energy science, and from IIT Madras for MS in ocean engineering, and from IIT Mandi for MS in geotech, and from IIT Jodhpur for sponsored MTech in environmental engineering, and from IIT Jodhpur for MTech in energy. Okay. And I also got shortlisted. I also got offered in COAP counselling in IIT Jammu tunnel engineering and in IIT Dhanbad earthquake engineering.
So through COAP round, you got Jammu tunnel engineering and earthquake in Dhanbad.
Yes, sir.
ISM Dhanbad. Okay. Yes. So that simply means like if your CGPA is good, then you stand a better chance to get into old IITs with good score, right? Vidyarth?
Yes, sir. More than good CGPA, if you just qualify the basic cutoff which they are giving, then everything depends solely on the interview we are at.
So I think they are very particular about your research aptitude, that which domain you want to go, and what do you know. They want to see you, because in MS they will interview you and they want to check whether you are a suitable candidate and all.
Yeah, yes.
And GATE is only one criteria, right?
Yes,
for
sure.
MS.
And I think the main thing which might have been the trump card for me is that your guidance, which motivated me to present a PPT for them during the interview.
Vidyarth, that was the point actually I wanted to discuss with you. So I think you use that concept, like you shared your PPT in the interview, right, Vidyarth?
Yeah, yes, sir. I shared through online, sir.
Okay, so you have your PPT today with us here?
Yes, sir, I'm having it now.
Okay, so before I request you to share that, I have a couple of things to ask you before that.
Okay.
So this interview, now let's come back to this interview where you got selected and you are going to finally join Geoinformatics IIT Kanpur. So please give us the brief about this interview, how it all started, and at what stage you said that I want to share PPT, and that particular part helped you in getting selected. So please tell us about that, Vidyarth.
So first of all, I started with my introduction, and during my introduction, I said that I got placed in Infosys Limited during the campus placement drive, but I couldn't, I did not join it because I had my inclination much towards the research area.
Great.
That somewhat impressed them, and they asked questions, and they started asking. They didn't even concentrate on my final year project or anything. They didn't even ask the name of the project to say for the truth. They started asking questions directly from surveying, A professor said that this area will be mostly concentrated on GIS, GPS. Are you aware of that? He asked. And he started asking two basic questions from surveying, and it went on till the finding IST and some other in-depth questions regarding geodesy areas, like Doppler effect, some questions like that they were asking, but mostly on basic areas they were asking the questions. I done my interview just an average till that point of time. Just the average interview I gave till that point of the time. While at the end, while I was about to quit, I asked them, "Shall I present a PowerPoint which depicts my research interest?" I asked them, and they were taken aback and they said, "Yeah, sure, you could do, but in a very limited time." They said. So my PowerPoint was nearly 7 to 8 slides. So I showed the PowerPoint, which was in the first slide, it introduced my interest towards the program. And in further slides, it explained my research interest and each area which I will be concentrating on the raw materials which might be required in my project. And I think they were impressed by that. And in a slide, when I moved further, they said that just stop. So because I proposed the plan regarding my project, they were impressed by that, and they read the entire slide for a minute, and they were very much impressed.
Okay, so Vidyarth, this is a very good, I'll say, thing which you have done, that you made a presentation on the basis of the research going on in IIT Kanpur, and you showed them because they were genuinely interested for that. So I want to know, let me allow you to share your slide and PPT with us, and that will help all of us here. Please share your slide with us now so that we can see that. Yeah. Okay, so this is your research proposal for MS in Civil Engineering, IIT Kanpur. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, sir. The first slide depicts my research interest, why I want to pursue MS research in the college in IIT Kanpur.
Okay.
And the next slide, I proposed my area of research, in which topic I might be doing MS in that.
Just present the same way as you presented there, Vidyarth.
Yeah, okay, sir. I've chosen my topic as remote sensing and GIS application in watershed management, because it in practical approach just a minute, sir. Because I will be mostly concentrating mainly on the availability and needs required in the project, and I will be approaching the project mainly on the integrated development approaching part, adopting natural boundaries defined by river basins or sub-basins as a planning unit. This will be mostly concentrated on watershed management purely based on remote sensing and GIS applications. My project.
Okay, great.
And this is the slide which impressed them, I think so, sir, because this is the part which they were witnessing for nearly a minute, sir. It provided all the raw materials which might be needed for my project, starting from natural or physical resources to technology which might be used. Everything will be covered in this part.
Okay, so they asked you to stop at this slide, right?
Yes, when I moved further, they asked me to stop at this slide, and they saw the slide for nearly a minute. Sir.
Okay, and did they ask you any question from this slide?
No. So they asked, do you think these raw materials are really necessary for a project? They asked. I told might be necessary. I gathered information from several sites. I think it might be necessary, but during my further research purposes, I will gain knowledge which I could be incorporated and find my raw materials as soon as I could.
Okay, great. Proceed ahead.
And these are the basic definitions of what is GIS and what is GPS. I provided in the further slides.
Okay, great. Next.
And these are the roles that could be performed by me in my using GIS in my research in the project of watershed management.
Great.
And these are the role of remote sensing in my research. I set them for my research activities.
Okay.
And finally, they also saw this 7-step research process of mine. I saw this in another PPT shared by you, sir. Using that PPT, I incorporated my idea also into this and prepared a 7-step research process, which also impressed them.
Good.
And finally, I said that I'm genuinely interested to pursue research in such a institute, and I would be I would be further interested to pursue PhD, I told, sir. So they said, and they finally I concluded with that, sir.
Great. Great, Vidyarth.
That's it.
So, yeah, please come back now.
Yes.
Okay, so with that, I think this was a trump card, as you said, and
Yes.
this really is good. You know, recently in one of the interviews which we had with the foreign professor, one of my students had with the foreign professor, we
Yes.
use the same thing. In the beginning itself, we said that, sir, I want to present something, and maybe if you can spare 5 minutes, I will show you something in our slides. And
Okay.
what we want to tell online interview may, that
Yes.
becomes very clear, because you can explain that.
Yes,
And in
sir.
my opinion, this will become on our routine. You know, next
Yes.
year you will find that this will become a routine.
Yes,
IITs
sir.
will start asking you to share such kind of PPTs
Yeah.
and
Yes.
share and tell what you want to do.
Yes,
So
sir.
Vidyarth, it was really great, and
Thank you, sir.
I will request students also to learn from what you said, what you have
Yes,
done,
sir.
and in which direction we should make the PPTs, and we should try to make PPTs
Yes,
and
sir.
try to share that. That's great.
Yes. And because in PPT we could express ourselves much more explanative than we could say audibly or in audio mode, or we could say easily in PPT, sir. It would be a much use during the interview.
Great. So Vidyarth, now this your video will be seen by thousands of students over there.
Okay.
Any message you have for them? Anything you want to tell them?
I would say that once you get a call from any IIT for any research program or anything, then everything depends only on the interest of you in the research area. Because
Yeah.
beyond that, because with my average grade score of 511 and my just above average CGPA of 8.17, I didn't even think that I could get IIT Kanpur. Except that this PPT played much of the important trump card in the game. Similarly, there might be many such trump cards for the interview. We must utilize to the fullest of use. And the students who are there for counseling in your video group must follow you, sir. Whatever you say, you must be followed, which could be incorporated. That
It
is the
is
one main thing.
Yeah, it's a simple thing, like immediately after gate, you know, gate may you finish gate in mid-Feb, and then
Yes.
this entire interview peak hits in mid-May, right?
Yes, sir.
So that 3 months students tend to waste, actually. That is what I
Yeah, yes,
observed.
sure.
So
Yes,
if
sir.
they utilize this time, 3 months,
Yes,
they
sir.
apply more places, they keep preparing for interviews.
Yes, sir.
And next, I want to tell that the moment you get into IITs, there is another misconception that IITs mein job nahi lagta, and
Yes,
that
sir.
job you will get if you put effort for the placements.
Yeah,
But
yes,
if you
sir.
keep on preparing for PSCs or engineering services, obviously you
Yes,
will not
sir.
get the jobs. So next point is, if you enter the IIT, any department, though your department is a core department, I'm
Yes.
also talking about the department like engineering, earth science and all. Even if you get into those departments, then there's a very high probability that you will get a very good job from IIT.
Yes.
Because only thing is you need to seriously do your masters.
Yes,
So if
you must
student
excel,
follow,
sir.
yeah. So if student follow this particular track, then I'm very sure that there are so many opportunities for students.
Yes.
Only thing is they have to put effort in right direction. That's it.
Sure. Yes.
And try to utilize their score into
Sure.
and convert it into career. Right,
Sure.
Vidyarth?
Sure. Thank you
Thanks
for
a
your
lot.
guidance.
Thanks a lot, Vidyarth,
Thank you.
for sharing your experience with me today.
Thank you, sir.